All right, we are back here with Civic Center Wrestling. And look at this, right after it, Al Perez goes right after Morton, and Morton already on the defensive. Al Perez nails him with those forearms. Gibson gets his shot in. And it is Morton now. Oh, you know, I guess sometimes you got to fight fire with fire. It was Perez who attacked Morton right at the bell. And it was Gibson who got his shot in, and Morton took advantage of it. Tandem offense here by the Rock and Roll Express. Already an early pinfall attempt. Now they're going toe-to-toe here is Gibson and Al Perez. Reverse chin lock there by Al Perez on Robert Gibson. Armbar now. And wrenches on it and jams that shoulder down into the canvas. Al Perez, of course, had his hands full this summer during the Great American Bash with Nikita Koloff in a series of matches that were very physical. He and Zbyszko, his partner, sort of stayed away from tag team wrestling as they had their individual battles. Zbyszko, of course, defending the Western States title on occasion, and we mentioned the war he had with Nikita Koloff. Gibson looked like he was going to try for an elbow, but actually missed. And a reverse knife edge chop in the corner. I haven't really seen Gibson do much of that. Reversal of the whip into the Rock and Roll Express corner. And it is Gibson who reverses Perez, and now here comes Ricky Morton back in. They will make quick tags, there's no doubt about that. Will the Rock and Roll Express. And a gut buster, knee driven right into the solar plexus. Down for the cover, hooks the leg. And Perez comes out the back door that time. Next snap by Ricky Morton. As we mentioned, the Rock and Roll Express former four-time NWA World Tag Team Champions. And a crucifix maneuver takes over. Al Perez could be it right here. 1, 2, no. Al Perez slides that shoulder up off the canvas. Former four-time World Tag Team Champions is Ricky and Robert. And they said coming back that they wanted to do two things. Get rid of the sheep herders, settle their dispute with the sheep herders that started early in '88, and win back those NWA World Tag Team belts for a fifth time. They have not been able to do so. They have come close as Robert Gibson, with those quick left jabs right to the visage of Al Perez. There we go, tag team specialists at work, always. Double team maneuvers here. Double hip lock takeover, double elbow, and a double nip up. And Ricky Morton definitely knows how to get the crowd behind him. We have yet to see Larry Zbyszko win this matchup. Leapfrog. Or I should say a monkey flip. That was not a leapfrog. Oh, Zbyszko. He was trying to get him some of Ricky Morton, but Morton countered. He kicked Zbyszko off. And a head scissor takeover. Action fast and furious here in the Civic Center with this tag team bout. Oh, backdrop. Nope, Morton caught himself. Morton now goes down the apron, sprints to the top rope. Double axe handle. Could be it. No, Perez kicks out. Yo! I don't know what happened there. Robert Gibson, not the legal man in the ring. You know, I did notice a change in both of these men over the past couple weeks. Seems to be a little bit of frustration, and rightfully so, you know. These guys wanted to be World Tag Team Champions for the fifth time. Keep your eye on Ricky Morton with a moonsault. What a maneuver that was. And another one. This might well be it. Down for the lateral press. 2. Oh, Perez kicked out. Unbelievable. Ricky Morton with 2 moonsaults. Into the corner goes Perez, and back in comes Robert Gibson. And a little malfunction at the junction there. Ricky Morton found himself caught in the middle. And it is Larry Zbyszko in to save his partner from certain defeat. Perez needs a tag. I don't know what Zbyszko's doing over here, but he should get in his corner. Oh, Perez just nails Robert Gibson. That was my cat. And now Gibson trying to get back in before the 10 count. And he is back in the ring, but he was met with the boot of Al Perez. And now it is Perez going for the spinning toe hold. That's his finishing maneuver. One of his finishing maneuvers, but certainly very effective. It'll definitely cut down on the maneuverability of Robert Gibson. Al Perez, I don't know what he's doing there. He's just looking out to the crowd. He should be taking advantage of this situation, trying to get the win, or maybe even getting a tag. Perez now. And drops him back first. Perez now. I don't know what he's doing. He's going after Ricky Morton for some reason. And face first, almost. I think he actually, his face hit that that bottom rope. And now Zbyszko comes in. And Robert Gibson, head scissor takeover. It's still to come, 3 championship matches. Barry Windham defends the U.S. heavyweight title against Nikita Koloff, the man he took it from earlier this year. See the World Tag Team belts defended by Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard as they will try to fend off the challenge of Sting and Dr. Death Steve Williams. Ricky Morton now going to work on the arm. Oh, and a drop kick, and Zbyszko just kind of pushed him aside and nails him with a sort of a back heel trip clothesline maneuver. Ricky Morton now. No! It looked like he was going for a Hurricane Rana takeover. Usually goes for the pin after that, but Zbyszko countered. And not even a 1 count. What a series of offensive maneuvers and counters by both men. And an inverted atomic drop by Larry Zbyszko, the Western States champion, who says it's over. I would dare say if he gets that swinging neck breaker on Morton, it might well be over. Blocked by Morton. Strikes back. Ricky Morton firing back. And he knows the momentum is in his corner right now. Stalking Zbyszko. And face first takes the living legend, or self-proclaimed living legend, Larry Zbyszko. Will we see it again? He tried this earlier. Will we see it? Yes! Moonsault! Got him! Could be it. No, only a 1 count. What resiliency by Larry Zbyszko. Irish whip in. And a high back body drop. Well, back body drop. Morton stands about 5'6" or 5'7". He's not going to get that high, but that's another story. Oh! And Zbyszko that running shoulder block nails Ricky Morton off the ring apron. Now Perez trying to take advantage of Morton on the outside. Zbyszko now whips Morton back into the ring, almost as if it was in slow motion, but back in the ring nonetheless. The count being laid on by the referee now ceases as both men back in the ring. Morton gets out of that one, and it is Morton with a side suplex. Puts Zbyszko down for the lateral press. Only a 1 count. Irish whip in into the near corner. They're going to get a switch again as in comes Robert Gibson. Gibson feeling the pulse of the crowd. They are solidly behind the Rock and Roll Express, it would seem. And Gibson with one of his patented drop kicks. Irish whip in. And an inverted atomic drop. And now to work on the arm. Once again to the arm. Perhaps now it is Gibson who has found a weakness on Zbyszko, but he goes with the right hand to the head, goes down for the pin. Near fall situation as Zbyszko comes out after a 2 count. And it looked like maybe Gibson was going for a neck snap maneuver there, but Zbyszko had him well scouted. And a backbreaker well executed by Zbyszko, who showing some confidence here. He thinks the match is well in hand. Double axe handle to the back of Robert Gibson. And he measures him again and nails him with another double axe handle to the back. And this time it is Robert Gibson who counters. And yet another counter as Zbyszko nails Gibson with a clothesline. And a drop toe hold sends Gibson down face first to the canvas. And it looks like a Boston Crab. Got it locked in. Might this be it? I've not seen Zbyszko use this offensive submission maneuver before, but at least with any effectiveness, but it was Gibson who powered out. Oh! Perez nailed him. And it was, oh, he caught him. What power by Perez. He caught Gibson. Unbelievable power by Al Perez. He caught a 240-pound man in midair. Unbelievable power. I'm sure Gibson was not expecting that. I know I sure wasn't. Gibson now drops the elbow. Irish whip into the center of the ropes. And another inverted atomic drop. Takes Zbyszko over the top rope. High vertical suplex here. Yes. And down goes Zbyszko. Might well be this time that, yep, I was just going to say, might want to get a tag. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Gibson, and a drop kick by Ricky Morton. Down for the pin. And Gary Hart up on the apron for the first time, knowing full well that the match was, well, I got to say, was probably just about over. And now it is Ricky Morton on the top. Perez is down, Zbyszko's down. We have seen Ricky Morton take flight here. High cross body. Could be it. No, Zbyszko kicked out. Unbelievable. And Ricky Morton, he took down Al Perez too. He took down both men with that moonsault. It's over. What a victory. What a tag team match. Let's go to the replay here on Civic Center Wrestling. Saw a couple near falls there, one from Gibson. A lot of offensive maneuvers. There's a crucifix. More tag team tandem offense by the tag team specialists. No doubt future Hall of Famers. There's the moonsault that took out both Perez and Zbyszko. And there it was, your 1, your 2, and your 3, and your winners. The Rock and Roll Express. Victorious here in the city of brotherly love here at the Civic Center. And we will be back with more action coming up. A battle for the United States Heavyweight Championship as Barry Windham will defend against Nikita Koloff. Coming up right after this timeout.